Looking for an easy Glacier National Park walk that everyone can enjoy? Trail of the Cedars offers just that. But beneath this serenity, there's a part of this trail that has caught even experienced visitors off guard, with tragic, even deadly consequences. Before your first trip, come on a hike with us as we explore 13 questions people should ask about Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park. Let's get started. Before we get into the details of the trail, why is Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park so special? Trail of the Cedars is special because it offers a rare blend of accessibility, beauty, and ecological uniqueness, all packed into a short, easy walk. Unlike most of Glacier National Park's alpine terrain, this trail leads you through a lush, almost rainforest-like grove filled with towering Western Red Cedars and black Cottonwoods, as you can see here. Some of these trees are over 500 years old and stretch more than 100 feet into the air. It's the only place in the park where this type of ancient forest thrives, making it a unique and unforgettable experience. We'll discuss the danger hidden in plain sight later, but first, where is Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park located? Trail of the Cedars is located on the west side of Glacier National Park, along the iconic Going to the Sun Road. It starts near the Avalanche Creek area, which is one of the most visited regions in the park. The trailhead is conveniently accessed from the Avalanche Picnic Area parking lot, making it a popular first stop for visitors entering from the West Glacier entrance. But if you are coming in from West Glacier, this hike is 30 minutes from the park entrance. This will be important as we answer another question later. When you think about hiking, we don't normally ask this next question. Is Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park wheelchair accessible? Yes, and that's one of the things that makes this trail so special. Trail of the Cedars is one of the very few fully wheelchair and stroller accessible trails in the park. It features a wide, well-maintained boardwalk and paved sections, making it an easy walk for people of all abilities. Whether you're pushing a stroller using a wheelchair or just want a flat walk after a long hike the day before, this trail is welcoming and accommodating. So as we walk and talk, you'll notice this really flat, beautiful trail. But don't worry, there are no unseen steps or tree roots to block your wheeled adventure. The trail is a bit narrow on the boardwalk though, so if you see a wheelchair, respect other travelers and share the path with everyone. Moving on with our list, how long is Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park? The trail is a short loop of less than a mile with limited elevation change. Most people can complete the trail in 20 to 30 minutes, but many choose to take longer and enjoy the peaceful setting. But depending on how long you look up at the trees above, you might just hurt your neck. Therefore, with benches along the way and several interpretive signs, it's designed to be as much of an experience in relaxation and observation as it is a hike. We know there are trees, but what can I see on Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park? This trail offers a stunning showcase of old-growth forest, including giant Western Red Cedars, black Cottonwoods, and Hemlocks. Some trees reach over 100 feet tall and are more than 500 years old. To put the age of these trees in perspective, 500 years ago, the Ming Dynasty ruled China. Leonardo da Vinci was painting and exploring space. The Spanish and French were beginning to explore the Americas. And Martin Luther was leading the Protestant Reformation with his 95 Thesis in Europe. A highlight of the loop is the wooden footbridge over Avalanche Creek, where turquoise glacial water rushes through a carved gorge surrounded by mossy rocks and ferns. It's a lush, magical forest that feels like something out of a fairy tale, especially in the morning light or after rain. Every good hiking video needs a dad joke. Why didn't the glacier get invited to the party? Because it was too cool to hang out. Dad jokes make great gifts. For a couple books we recommend and for examples of what we hiked with in Glacier National Park, including backpacks and trekking poles, check out our video description. We'll discuss parking and what you need to even get to the parking lot next. But coming up later, we'll discuss what wildlife you might see on the trail. Is parking difficult at Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park? Parking can be very challenging, especially during peak season in July and August. The Avalanche Picnic Area and Trailhead parking lot fills up quickly, often by 8 or 9 a.m. on busy days, or maybe even earlier. Visitors are strongly encouraged to arrive early or use the free Glacier National Park shuttle, which stops nearby. The shuttle is a great alternative and helps avoid the frustration of circling for a spot. But during the day, you'll play musical chairs as people pull out. Those driving by will gladly take the newly opened spot. But note that you will see parking along Going to the Sun Road. However, you won't see the two larger parking lots on either side of the road. We noticed that there were parking lot is full signs in the road, but I think they are there all summer. as when we arrived in the morning, the lots were empty, but the signs were still there. So if there are no rangers at those parking lot entrances and the road parking is full, drive into these lots to see if there are spots. But you may not even get to the parking lot if you haven't considered, do I need a reservation or permit to get to Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park? Yes, during most of the season, you'll need a vehicle reservation to access going to the Sun Road during the day, which includes the Trail of the Cedars area. This is in addition to your park entrance fee. But if you don't have a permit for the day, you want to visit Trail of the Cedars, you can go in the evening after the permit required time. Reservations can be made online and are part of the park's effort to reduce congestion and protect natural resources. Permit offerings change, so it's best to go to nps.gov to learn more. For example, when we went, the permit was good all day, but now I see there are timed entry blocks in 2-hour increments. We'll put a link in our description to help you get to the vehicle reservation page with all the up-to-date details. When is the best time to visit Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park? The best time to visit Trail of the Cedars is between late June and early October, when the trail is fully open and snow-free. Mornings and evenings offer fewer crowds and magical light filtering through the cedar trees, and you might just be able to get a parking spot. The trail is especially beautiful after a light rain, when everything looks extra green and the moss glistens. If you want a quiet and serene walk, aim for early morning before the lots fill up and shuttle crowds arrive. Next, we'll discuss what could get you killed on this trail. But first, are you liking this walk and talk format? We share all of our national park adventures in this way to show you as much as we can. Subscribe today so that when you search the next national park we've been to, our videos come up at the top of your search results. Okay, let's get back to the list. And what is the most dangerous part of Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park? The deadly part of Trail of the Cedars is Avalanche Creek, particularly the section where the glacial runoff rushes through a narrow rocky gorge. Although the water is stunningly beautiful with its turquoise color and crystal clarity, it's incredibly powerful and dangerously cold, especially early in the season. Falling in can lead to hypothermia, serious injury, or even being swept away and killed by the strong current. What makes it especially risky is that the trail feels so safe and accessible. It's flat, well-maintained, and popular with families, which can cause visitors to let their guard down. Many people attempt to get closer to the water for a photo or a better view, often stepping off the boardwalk onto slippery, moss-covered rocks. These surfaces are extremely unstable and have led to tragic accidents, even among experienced hikers. Seriously, someone died just last year. So despite the peaceful setting, Avalanche Creek has claimed lives, making it a powerful reminder to always stay on the designated path and respect the forces of nature, even on an easy trail. But that is not the only danger. Is there wildlife on the Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park? While Trail of the Cedars isn't typically a hotspot for large wildlife like grizzly bears or mountain goats, it is still teeming with natural life. You might see birds, squirrels, and maybe a deer in the early morning or late afternoon. But you're still in bear country, and although they are not here as often, it's necessary to stay bear aware. Therefore, it's always smart to carry bear spray, make noise while walking, and be aware of your surroundings in Glacier National Park, especially if you continue on to Avalanche Lake, which we'll discuss in a minute. But first, and sometimes most important, are there bathrooms at Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park? We didn't notice any bathrooms when we started on our hike, but we found a public bathroom along the trail that was a concrete building and generally nice. We couldn't find a light switch though, so depending on the time of day and the weather, it would be helpful to bring a flashlight or use your phone. There are also bathrooms in the adjacent campground. In fact, we may have stumbled on the bathroom that is for the campground. If you need to go and hike the whole loop, you can't miss the building. You'll find it. What is the easiest hike in Glacier National Park? Trail of the Cedars in Glacier National Park is ideal for seniors, families, and those with health conditions that limit their activity. In fact, this might be the easiest trail in the park. This is one of the most family-friendly and senior-friendly hikes in the park. With its flat, stable surface and interpretive signage, it's perfect for grandparents, toddlers, and everyone in between. You can take your time, enjoy the surroundings, and stop to rest without pressure. It's a great option for multi-generational groups or anyone easing into hiking. If you want to get off going to the Sun Road or are tired of just hanging out at the viewpoints, Trail of the Cedars is a great option to immerse yourself in a more natural setting away from the road. For those with energy for more, does Trail of the Cedars lead to Avalanche Lake in Glacier National Park? Yes, the Avalanche Lake trailhead starts from Trail of the Cedars, where this quiet trail becomes a jumping off point for more adventure. About halfway through Trail of the Cedars, you'll see the trailhead for the Avalanche Lake Trail, a moderately strenuous 4.6 mile out and back hike. If you have more energy and want to extend your time in nature, continuing to Avalanche Lake rewards you with one of the most stunning alpine lakes in the park, surrounded by waterfalls and steep cliffs. To continue planning your trip and to learn more about Avalanche Lake, watch this video next.